Governments constantly choose between telling lies and fighting wars, with the end result always being the same. One will always lead to the other. MKUltra was a CIA human experimental project. Many things done in these experiments were illegal and without the consent of the patient. They were trying to use LSD to create mind control. The CIA was also hoping to be able to administer these drugs during interrogations to force confessions. Some reports state that the CIA was attempting to break down the conscience of the subject to mentally destroy their victims. I mean patients. That's not even the worst of it. Reports of brainwashing and psychological torture outline just a fraction of what the CIA were willing to do. The official timeline for this project was from 1953 to 1973. Let's take a look at what the CIA did during this time with hard-working taxpayer money. Manipulation of subjects' mental state and brain function. Secret administrations of high doses of psychoactive drugs. Electroshocks. Sensory deprivation and hypnosis. Isolation and sexual abuse. Torture. MKUltra actually had far reach. The CIA disguised the project under research and development while infiltrating over 80 colleges, hospitals, and prisons, almost like they intentionally chose vulnerable targets. Weird. I wonder why they did that. Don't worry though. We have tons of paperwork and medical documents from any of these 80+ institutions. Right? Wrong. In 1973, CIA Director Richard Helms did what all completely innocent people do and ordered that all MKUltra files be destroyed. According to Arthur Kinzer, Project MKUltra took inspiration from World War II Nazi concentration camps, specifically when it came to controlling human minds. Kinzer noted that MKUltra's use of mescaline on unwitting subjects was a practice that Nazi doctors had begun in the Dachau concentration camp. The CIA actually brought Nazis to Maryland to teach CIA officers on the lethal uses of sarin gas. All of this was done to create a truth serum mind control drug so the CIA could give it to Soviet spies during the Cold War. They also teamed up with the Navy to explore some other possibilities for mind control. Subproject 54 was the Navy's top-secret perfect concussion program, which was a frequency blast used to erase memory. The program was never carried out. The CIA wanted to know if they could make spies defect against their will and whether the Soviets could do the same to the CIA's own operatives. Once Project MKUltra got underway in April 1953, experiments included administering LSD to mental patients, prisoners, drug addicts, and sex workers, people who could not fight back. As one agency officer put it, in one case, they administered LSD to a mental patient in Kentucky for 174 days straight. The aim of this was to find drugs which would bring out deep confessions or wipe a subject's mind clean and program them as a robot agent. In Operation Midnight Climax, the CIA set up several brothels within agency safe houses in San Francisco to obtain a selection of men who would be too embarrassed to talk about the events. The men were dosed with LSD. The brothels were equipped with one-way mirrors, and the sessions were filmed for later viewing and study. In other experiments where people were given LSD without their knowledge, they were interrogated under bright lights with doctors in the background taking notes. They told subjects they would extend their trips if they refused to reveal their secrets. Several deaths resulted from this. Some subjects' participation was consensual, and in these cases they appeared to be singled out for even more extreme experiments. In one case, 7 volunteers in Kentucky were given LSD for 77 consecutive days. It makes you wonder, what would happen to someone after undergoing one of these intentionally brutal experiments? Rumor has it that one of these all-aged victims was Ted Kaczynski, an American domestic terrorist known as the Unabomber. Ted was said to be a subject of a voluntary psychological study alleged by some sources to have been a part of MKUltra. As a sophomore at Harvard, Kaczynski participated in a study described by author Austin Chase as a purposely brutalizing psychological experiment, led by Harvard psychologist Henry Murray. In total, Kaczynski spent 200 hours as part of the study. If this is true, then it is most possible that the illegal actions of the CIA caused Ted Kaczynski to bomb all those people. But I guess we will never really know. Just like how you will never know when our next part comes out if you are not following. We promise that we won't spam you. Over here at Heavy Boots, we focus on quality and not quantity, it would really mean a lot.